Hello, good morning, and welcome to the Hayley and Allyson show live here on Backchannel, the only place to listen, watch, and interact with us, your hosts, via your device. If you would like to say hello this morning, let us know why you are up at this hour. And get in touch. There's two ways to get in touch. The command to give to your device if you are watching us on an Echo show is the word say, followed by whatever you'd like to tell us this morning, within reason. Or if you are listening on an audio-only Echo, if you go to backchannel.tv on your phone, you can type whatever you'd like to tell us in there. Or if you're watching on YouTube, you can just put it in the comments. It's as easy as that. My name is Hayley Alice. This is Allyson June Smith.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Allyson. And we are here until 8 a.m. this morning. So get involved, say hello. It's January the 5th today, the 5th. It's flying by. And happy birthday to Bradley Cooper, who is 47 today.
Bradley Cooper, 47. Wow.
There you go. Is it Dead Mouse 5? Is that how you say it? Dead Mouse 5.
I think it's, is it Dead? Yeah.
Dead Mouse.
Dead Mouse. Yeah.
I mean, that's showing our age. Producer Will. Producer Will. What is the name of this? They're 41 today. Diane Keaton is 76 today. And Clancy Brown is 63 today. Happy birthday to you all. If you are listening, let us know what you got for your birthday. Did you get anything nice? Yeah. It's also in Japan today. It is a strawberry day. Did you know that, Ali?
I did not know that. Strawberry Day. Isn't that nice? I like that berry has a day.
I like it as well. Yeah, the date of 5th of January can be read as Ichigo in Japanese, which is the same as the word for strawberry. So National Strawberry Day in Japan. And in USA, it is Whipped Cream Day. A bit early for that. Content.
Big difference. Japan is strawberry and the US is like, give us that processed sugar. I like that.
Whipped Cream Day. And on this very day, by the way, in 1933, do you remember it, Allyson?
I do. Hayley, I had just turned 18. The world was my oyster.
Well, on this very day in 1933, when Allyson was a young 18, construction began on the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco.
Have you ever been to San Francisco?
Yeah, love it. Very foggy, very smoggy.
I heard it's beautiful, though. I heard San Fran is one of the most beautiful cities that you will ever spend time in.
Yeah, I enjoyed it very much. It's lots of hills. Got me old Fitbit steps up. It's very useful for that. You need great calves to walk around in San Francisco. Tell you that, Ali.
You have, Hayley. Your legs are very strong.
Very strong legs. And also on this day in 1973, when Allyson, I think you were around 82 back then, weren't you?
I was 82 in 1973.
American musician Bruce Springsteen released his debut album, Greetings from Asbury Park. Gotta love a bit of Bruce. Dancing in the dark.
Do. His Born in the USA was one of the very first cassette tapes that I ever purchased. We were on our way to Disneyland, driving from Canada to Disneyland, and I picked up Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA, and I drove my family crazy with it because all I listened to was Born in the USA again and again and again. And then I remember we were almost home, and my dad finally was like, "One more time, Al," and we hit it, and we all sang Born in the USA. So thanks Bruce.
There you go, Bruce. If you're listening, I hope you enjoyed that little story from our Ali. We are here till 8 a.m. with Producer Will. Producer Will, do you mind stepping in for a moment just while I sort out some technical difficulties I'm having this morning?
Producer Will.
I'm just going to... I will be back in 2 seconds.
Wow.
Isn't it interesting,
4 minutes
Will?
into the show and she's off.
I know, she's already got to go. Come on now. The professionalism. I was thinking about this. Japan, it's Strawberry Day, and the USA is Whipped Cream Day. Isn't it funny that those two things go together perfectly?
I'm seeing the dessert coming along. Get me some meringues. Get me some like chocolate shavings.
Wouldn't it be great if all the countries had a topping today that would then make the perfect dessert if we all combine them? Yeah.
Like one big international tiramisu.
Wouldn't that? That's what I'm looking for in life. That's all I want. I want the world to be one big tiramisu.
This is a top tier dessert, tiramisu, by the way. It's one of my all-time favorites.
How was the rest of your day yesterday, Will? After we left you, you left us.
It was fine. I walked to Aldi, which was great, to listen to a podcast, and I spent most of my paycheck. So there you go.
Can I tell you guys? I started my New Year's resolution. I was telling you before, just off air. So I went to the gym yesterday. And I can't afford the fancy gym near me. It's very, very dear. So I was like, I'll go for the low budget gym. And it really was low budget Because when I walked in, I was like, oh, I've purchased this gym membership online. And she was like, oh, well, we haven't got your card on the system yet. Just go in. Do you know where you're going? And I was like, oh, no, I've never been before. She's like, oh, right. Well, just go in and have a little look. And there was no induction. There was nothing. No tour. Yeah. I said, I haven't got, she said, do you have a locker? And I was like, oh, no, I haven't got one. Can I buy one here? She was like, just take your bag in. It's fine. So I'm on the machine.
Was it a gym, Hayley, or was it just like the back of someone's garage?
And it was just weird. It was just me and one man in his extension on his house. Very weird though, but yeah, very.
Well, I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad you didn't sign up to the expensive gym, because my ex-boyfriend is he does all the music scheduling for those gyms, which shall remain nameless. Yeah. He, like, programs all the musics for the gyms.
So he plays the music through the speakers in the main gym.
Yeah, but for all of them in the country.
Wow. I mean, I am not a big fan of gym music. Slightly techno-y for me.
I'm not a fan of my ex-boyfriend, so
exactly.
Me neither.
It's a win-win situation.
If I would have joined that gym, I would have complained about the music just for
Thank you, Hayley.
You know what? This music programming.
I'm not saying we're petty here on the Hayley and Allyson show with producer Will, but we are. So we did say the name of the company, so it's fine. But we're here till 8 a.m. with lovely producer Will. We're going to be chatting all the big stories. I say big stories, we're not. We're looking through the news stories from around the world very, very shortly. And we're going to be playing a game of True or False at the end of the show, where you can get involved. In fact, you can get involved all day here on Backchannel, because we have shows all day as well. Liv Harrison is coming up next, and at the end of the show, we'll be having a little chat with Liv to see what's coming up in her show today. It's the Anthony Davis show after that, and then it's your pal Hal later on. So check out all those shows all day here on Backchannel, but stick with us until 8 a.m. because we have got loads coming up for you today. And what did you do yesterday, Allyson, by the way, after the show?
Yeah, yesterday after the show, I went, and so I'm in the final stretch of my visit home. And so I'm kind of like doing the last rounds of visiting the few people that I visited this trip, because I have kept it really... I've kept it low key. To be safe, so I'm only seeing a few people. So I went and saw my best friend last night. She made an amazing meatloaf. I haven't had meatloaf for years. Have you even ever had meatloaf, Hayley?
No, never. Is it actual meat in it though?
Yes. So yes, okay. You would never eat it, but we could probably do it with some sort of like a veggie replacement and some breadcrumbs or something.
Do you know what meatloaf reminds me of? Because growing up with American TV shows in the UK, it reminds me of Roseanne. They always used to talk about meatloaf in Roseanne.
Tons of meatloafs. Yeah, a lot of meat. I love that you watched Roseanne. Great show.
I love it.
Oh, so good. So we had a great meatloaf, and I just hung out. And I spent some time with my uncle yesterday too. Oh, I did a
He's
whole
got a
bunch
new
of...
phone. We learned that yesterday.
He does. We're very excited. We spent a while trying to figure out his Apple ID, so that was exciting. That was fun. A little tech support from the niece.
If you know what his Apple ID is, get in touch, because Allyson or her uncle don't. Terrible, yeah. But there we go. Well, I went to the gym, and I felt smug about it for the rest of the day. Really
and your gym has a pool, you were saying. Is it a nice pool?
No, it's a kind of pool where, they have to fish things out of it first thing in the morning.
Yeah, you're like, no, definitely children have done things in that pool. Yeah.
It's not pleasant. You do have to wear goggles, but not for safety reasons mainly. If something goes in your eye, you will probably get pink eye.
The chlorine is the last thing you need to worry about getting in your eye in that pool. That's all. Yeah.
Producer Will has just sent us a message on our radio. Producer Will, come on here a minute. What is pond babes?
That's a pond, babes.
Oh, I'm with you now. So it's not a pool, it's a pond.
Yeah,
but
it's a callback to my joke earlier about how it's not a gym, it's just some guy's garage.
Okay, I'm with you. Do you know what's very early? Very early, Will. It's earlier for Allyson because she's in Canada and it's about 3 o'clock in the morning there or whatever it is.
You know, it's a late 4:09 a.m. here.
Brilliant. Sorry, Will. I'm not with it this morning.
It's fine. It's okay.
Well, did I tell you I've been in the gym? I don't know if I mentioned it.
Oh my God. That's so crazy. I'm so proud of you.
And also I made some Joe Wicks recipes yesterday, so I'm feeling very smug.
Joe Wicks gets on my nerves. But Joe, if you're watching, hi.
Great guy.
Great guy.
Enjoyed his California scrambled eggs. It was basically British scrambled eggs, but with feta cheese crumbled on top.
Hey.
Feta cheese, which is famously from California.
The Greek feta cheese made my Californian eggs beautiful. Thanks, producer Will. I'll be more awake in the future. Listen, we've got a fun packed show, so stick around with us till 8 a.m. because coming up, Allyson, do the jingle. Coming up in the next 2 hours on the show, we're going to be doing the news stories from around the world that have piqued our attention because they're a little bit funny. Stick around for them. We're going to be doing the one-star movie review game where we take a film that has been panned by people online. We read out their reviews, but what is the film? We'd love you to make a guess. We're going to be doing our Agony Ant section next on the show, where if you have a problem you'd like us to talk about on air, then get in touch. The command to give to your device is the word say, or go to backchannel.tv on your phone. We're going to be doing our advent calendar game, and also there's a new fun game for the Hayley and Allyson show where Allison's mum is taking part. That's all coming up in the next 2 hours of the show on the Hayley and Allyson show.
You have reached the Hayley and Allyson show with producer Will.
There she is, Allison's mum there, Vicky. She will be starring in a game later on in the show. How is Vicky today?
She's good. Yeah, she's good. She was so excited. I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday, but when I said, "Oh, Mom, I need you to record something else with me for the show," and she was like, "Well, I thought so." Like, once the world heard my voice, you're gonna want more of this. So
if you build it, they will come. Of course, we want you, Vicky. You forget things mid-sentence. Why wouldn't we want you on our show?
Oh, she's tremendous, my mom.
She is very tremendous, and she's going to be involved with a game later. We've got a guest celebrity that Vicky, it's Allison's mum, is describing. It's a real fun game, so do stick around for that later, because I promise you it is worth it. But now it is time for our Agony Auntie section, where we take your problems and we discuss them on air. So if you've sent us a problem and the person you've sent the problem is about set next to you currently, get them out the room, because we're going to chat about it right now.
Unless also, that's your tactic. Unless that was your tactic to
yes.
have the problem aired while they sit there. Oh, goodness. I wonder who wrote in that exact problem that we're going through. Yeah, I like that.
And they have your name. What a coincidence.
How did that happen?
But also, if you equally do have a problem you'd like us to answer, listen, little bit of advice. We're not trained therapists. It may come as a shock to you. Yeah. Myself and Allyson are not trained therapists. We're barely trained at the job we do now. So if you do want advice and you do write in, just be mindful that we are two stand-up comedians. You might not get the best advice, you know?
Yeah. Or you might get great advice. We don't know. All we're saying is we are not professionally liable. But what we are two people who will listen and hear. And the other thing I always like to bring it up. Look, if you're listening and you hear someone mention a problem and you've been through it and you have something to suggest, please get a hold of us. Let us know. It's all about sharing, everyone. The more information we share, the easier life is. So I just like to put that in there too.
There we go. But yeah, we've got a selection of problems to talk about this morning. But if you have a problem and you would like us to talk about it, there's ways to get in touch. If you're watching us on an Echo show this morning, you can see Alison June Smith, beautiful mane of hair. She's got such gorgeous hair. Very, very envious. She washed it last night and you can see the full volume. It's great. You can get in touch by saying the command say. That's all you need to do. The word say followed by what you would like to tell us. It's as easy as that here on Backchannel. Or if you're listening on an audio only Echo and want to say hello, or you have a problem for us, if you go to backchannel.tv on your phone, you can type in and get involved that way. Also, while you're on backchannel.tv, why not hit the leave a review button? Let us know what you think of the show and of the skills that the show uses. All this technology. Let us know what you think of it. So get in touch, let us know. But in the meantime, we've got these problems that have been sent in yesterday to deal with. So Sean from Rhode Island got in touch, Ali, and they say, I've been single for a long time. I've tried the apps to no avail. What's the best way to meet new people with romantic pretense?
Okay. So Sean, it is tricky, especially right now with not being able to necessarily gather in groups all the time, or people are a little apprehensive. I get it. This is a tricky time being a single person. I'm glad that you are using the apps. Look, I know it feels like an endless pit of despair sometimes using these apps, but look, if you're a quality person, the trouble is it takes a long time to find another quality person. So you do have to fish for a little while, okay? You know why? Because you're not going to settle. And that's good. That's the way you should look at things. So you've tried all the apps. Don't abandon them, right? Right now is not the time to abandon apps, because I bet you $1 million there's that other person out there just going, well, I'm trying all these and it's not working. And I mean, have you mined all your friends? By mining your friends, I mean, do they have somebody that they think might suit you? Do they have any single friends? Other things you can do. I mean, it is a little tricky right now with volunteering, but I always suggest trying to get involved with things that are your interests, because that way you will find some other people that have similar interests. So maybe even some online groups, some Discord groups. Those are some ways that I like to recommend it. But the biggest thing is all, as hokey as it seems, remember, you got to put it out there that you want to find someone, because I think sometimes people go through the motions of trying to find someone when really maybe they're not really ready. So Sean, be sure that you're open, you're making time for a relationship. If you don't make the time to find a relationship, you're not going to have the time for when you get the relationship. So I would say don't abandon apps. Look for maybe some interest groups you can join online or in real life if it's safe, etc. And mind your friends. Those are my big tips, I think.
There we go. Thank you, Allyson. I just had a little Google on the places that you can meet people in real life instead of online.
The
These are the top
grocery
places.
store.
Yeah, well, you'd be surprised.
Always up there, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Well, through friends is 39%. Do any of your friends have someone that they could set you up with? Like myself, for example, I set Allyson up with her partner currently. So, that does happen. At work, 15% of people meet people through work. So there may be someone someday that, just joins your work and you're like, oh, I didn't realize, where have you been all my life? That happens at bars in the other public areas. So you're out and about, night out with friends, you might meet someone there. At sporting events, it says here. So if you go and watch the soccer, you might be sat next to the love of your life. You don't know.
Right. You might be a big Arsenal fan. You find another Arsenal fan. Boom. In love. There you go.
Yeah. Through family. Only 1% of people met partners through speed dating. So, have you ever been speed dating, Allyson?
I've always wanted to, but no, I haven't. What I think speed dating is good for is it's not actually about meeting people. What speed dating is like, it's like the boot camp of conversation, right? So that's what speed dating is. It's like you sit down and you learn quickly how to present yourself or begin a conversation. So I always thought speed dating is almost like training. It's like going to the gym. So I think it would be an interesting, it's like you and I doing our set. I bet you I'd get a set after a while. I'd be like, here's my opening joke. And then I'll move into this, my big closer.
Yeah, you know what you're doing. What's your name? What's your annual income?
Yeah.
Do you have your own house? Stuff that would really not freak them out. I was just looking then online. Only 70% of people, Sean, meet on dating apps. So, the majority of people meet elsewhere these days. So don't put all that pressure on their apps thinking, oh, that's my only option. It's not. Listen, there's loads of options. And it's always when you want to meet someone that you don't, and when you don't want to meet someone that you do. And it's frustrating when people say that. Stop looking. But, just enjoy your own company for a little bit, Sean, I say. And the right person will find you, I think. Failing that, what is your annual income? Let us know, and we can tell women. We know women.
We can help you. I've got a big range of people that accept a lot of different things. You let me know.
Have you got your own house? Do you live with your parents? Let us know. Let us know, Sean. The next problem is from Ant in Virginia. Good morning, Ants. And they say, me and my partner are about to move into an apartment together after both living in shared accommodation. It turns out we have very different styles and can't agree on anything from furniture to decorations. How do we overcome this when it comes to setting up our new place? Ooh. Do you have, Allyson, different tastes with your partner? Do you like different styles?
Oh, my partner's pretty easygoing, so he has pretty much allowed me to set up the house how I want to set it up. If he had his way, we'd probably still be sitting on lawn chairs. So I'm glad that he.
That's the reason I asked, because Allison's got a beautiful house, and I'm like, I don't know how much of this he's put into it. I didn't want to say that out loud, but I'll tell you now. But yeah, so he's quite laid back, though. He's not bothered, is he?
He's always great. Whenever he describes the house to the people will come over and we'll be like, oh, here's the house. And they'll be like, oh, great. And he's like, yeah, it was great. All I had to do was show up. All I had to do was show up and the house got set up. It is tricky. It is tricky. Look, a situation like this is going to be all about compromise. All right. It's going to be all about compromise when it comes to shared spaces. The other thing I really like to recommend, though, is if you can find a space where each of you can have your identity or your things. So Danny has an office. So if there's something that I really don't like, but it means a great deal to him, it will go up in his office, vice versa, right? I have an office/closet room. Same thing. Anything that he's like, oh, I'm not a big fan of that, I pop it up there. So we're okay that way. But when it comes to a shared space, I think there's gotta be a little bit of compromise. So, and there's always a way to make everything kind of look good. So even though there might be some pieces of furniture of theirs that you don't care for, I mean, Google, what can I do with this piece? What can I do to make this look more contemporary? Or what can I, but at the end of the day, it is about the two of you beginning a life together and living together. So moving forward, remember, you two probably will find your style. You're just starting out though. So right now it's two styles coming together. It's always a little bit of a tricky beginning when you're, fashioning out a house. But I think once you two spend some time together in the house, you'll figure out what your style is as a couple. So don't panic too much. Find some room for compromise, but also find some spaces that you can make yours. I think that will make you feel less resentful if you have things that they like and vice versa. And give it some time. You'll figure out your style. That's my advice.
Yeah. And like Allyson says, if you don't like someone of theirs, maybe just hide it in a place like behind a door. So if it's a picture, you go, that look really good behind the door where no one can see it. I guess me and my partner have different sort of ideas of what we like. And he pays a majority of money towards the house. So he goes, I just put my stuff in my office as well. No, but like, it's just about compromise, isn't it? Like you say,
Yeah.
it's hard, isn't it? Because they have something really ugly that they want in the house. Imagine if it's a family heirloom and they're like, we want this pride of place. You're going to have to have some compromise, aren't you?
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Then you look at it as a challenge and go, okay, how do I make this work? Or how can I? Because sometimes you never know. You might be inspired by something that initially you hate. Who knows, right? Join some Pinterest groups. Look at some ideas on how to use things. I mean, there's so many different ways now. It's fascinating to me, especially even since the coronavirus, the pando. People are getting very creative within their homes, and so pieces that you think might be hideous, you never know what you could do with them. I mean, it's amazing what I see some people make plant pots out of, or that they, it's so. So yeah,
also, sorry, Ali. Sorry to interrupt. I was going to say also he's come from shared accommodation. So you've lived in shared accommodation. You're used to having people's stuff around the place that you don't necessarily want there. So don't worry, because this will be a breeze in comparison.
Only two of you. Easy.
Yeah,
Easy.
Exactly. So yeah, there we go. That was Ant. Listen, if you have a problem you'd like us to talk about here on the Hayley and Allyson show live on Backchannel this morning, get involved with the show. There's ways to get in touch. The main way, if you are watching us on an Echo show, the command to give to your device is the word say, followed by whatever you'd like to tell us this morning. Or if you can listening on an audio only Echo, go to backchannel.tv on your phone and you can type in what you'd like to tell us there. Or if you're watching on a U of the tube, then just type in your comments below and we will see them here. So get involved with the show if you have a problem, or you'd just like to say hello this good morning. It is a good morning.
Good morning.
Have you slept on the wrong side of your neck this morning, Allyson?
I don't know if you just literally heard me. I turned my head and it cracked. I don't know what's going on. I got an interesting neck kink, everyone.
Don't be saying those two words this early in the morning. Are you sleeping on your old childhood bed though?
Yeah, I am. So my body's like, what is
when
this?
Was the mattress last changed? Is it a mattress from the 80s?
Oh my God, of course it is, Hayley. It is a mattress that, look, I kind of like it because as an individual, you really sink in. And what I've done is over the years, I've just put layers of foam. So it's like an old mattress with layers of foam. So I'm literally like Princess and the Pea. I'm like, there's something in there. Yeah. So you really do kind of sink right into the bed. When two people are in it, it's like a double sink and you're just like smushed together. So one person, it's good, but this neck is kind of,
when you're sleeping on a bed that the mattress hasn't been changed in 40 years, it's not going to be good for the old. We've moved on. We've got memory foam now. But there we go. Listen, get involved. We're talking your problems here on the Hayley and Allyson show. We are your glamorous younger aunties, and we're here to answer your problems. And we have had a problem from Lex in New York. And they say someone has just started on the team at work and they just don't seem like a good fit at all. They're rude and always boast about the much cooler jobs they've had before this. How can I manage a working relationship with someone who's so unlikable? Listen, Lex, me and Allyson do it fine. You know, we work with each other.
Hey, you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know that we don't like each other, right?
Allison's always going on about those cool corporates she's had before, and I'm like, oh. No. Allyson, have you got genuine advice for lovely Lex?
Yeah. Okay. Look, Lex, it's always hard in the beginning when someone just joins the team. Please know right now the personality that you're getting from this person is the showcase personality, right? So they're just starting out. So they think they're trying to make a good impression. So they're probably a little bit louder, a little bit more like, this is who I am. This is my position. So be a little gentle, give them some time when it comes to working with them. And I often recommend this. If there's like meetings or if you have to converse with them one-on-one, always set a time schedule ahead of time. Yeah, I got, we can have a 15-minute meeting. So you kind of know also where there's light at the end of the tunnel. Really try to design your day around like working with them, but also being able to get away from them. Right? I know that sounds horrible, but like a little bit of working with them and then maybe some space. But I think they just need a bit more time to settle in. Again, I just think they're trying to like find their place. So the person you're getting right now, that might change very soon. Also, you don't know what environment they've come from. Maybe they're used to a very combative environment where, they've had to be loud or boast or to get their point across. So, maybe a little chat with them about where they did come from. What was the culture like at your last job? This place. Oh, or started out, we're so glad to have you here. It's so nice. I mean, I love this job. This is what it's been like while I've been here, to kind of indirectly maybe give them a feel for like the culture that your company has formed without being like, look, you're not fitting in. You need to be quiet. There's delicate ways to go about it and let them know, what it's like working there, but also asking them about where they came from. Hey, you might open up. Maybe they'll get a little less loud, a little less, feeling they need to like state their ground and their opinions. So a little bit more time, maybe a little bit more interest in them. And I think you'll find a better way of working with them.
Yeah, and we've all in jobs we've had in the past have to work with people we don't like. I know myself and Allyson with stand-up comics, we've turned up in a green room thinking, oh no. You just be professional, you just deal with it by the time that you're there, and then you go home and you don't have to worry about them anymore, unless it becomes unmanageable, obviously, then you have to take steps. But it's doable. It just doesn't feel like that at the moment. So
and it's early days. It's early doors, as they say, early doors with this person. So, you help them learn what it's like in the office. You take the reins and help them establish themselves and their position within the company. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Allyson. She gives good advice to AJ Smith. And speaking of problems, we've had one more, and this is from Ashley in Delaware. And they say, I feel like my life is stuck in a rut, and every day week I'm just doing the same things over and over again. What are some things I can do to mix it up?
Okay. Yeah. Ashley, I think a lot of people, especially right now, we do really feel like we're stuck in a rut. Some days it's like Groundhog Day. You wake up, you do your job from home, you stay at home, maybe you go to the grocery store. Maybe it can get a little, especially right now as we're a little limited in life more than we normally are. Okay. So Ashley, are you doing things that you enjoy? How do you involve interests, or are you making time for things that might inspire you? Maybe it is time to look into, even as simple as this. Look, I'm not going to say start a new hobby. What about a podcast about something that interests you? What about, I could say a book if you have time to read. I like podcasts. I'm not going to lie. I feel like it's story time for an adult. Now and again, I love having someone tell me a little something. Just little things. It could even be a podcast about, I'm feeling stuck in a rut. What are some things that I can do? I also think that taking some time to, if people think I'm so hokey when I say this, but look, if you take a little bit of time to reflect on maybe things you want to do, what aspects of your life are you bored with? Why does it feel the same? Maybe it's time to change up things you're cooking in the house. You'd be amazed how little things can really trigger the beginning of changes in life. So what I would do is once a week, challenge yourself to do something out of the norm, right? So if it's cook a new recipe, start a new podcast, these tiny, tiny little things can really begin to inspire you further to make some more changes and feel a little bit more inspired in your regular day-to-day. These are things that I think can help a little bit. Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you, Allyson. We're going to be doing the 1-star movie review very shortly, but producer Will, how are you today, Will?
I'm okay. You know what? I'm having a great time. I think excellent advice. Life is boring sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get stuck in a rut.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
sometimes something's just a little thing can really change your whole perception. Even if you say something like, I'm going to try, that if you go, I'm going to try one new recipe next week. I'm going to get some different things. I'm going to try. At the end of the week, if you did that one thing, I think you'll be like, well, I did it. Was it life-changing? No. Will I try it again next week? Why not?
Maybe.
Little, yeah.
Ali, your New Year's resolution is to cook different meals.
Yeah.
It's to try new recipes. Have you tried anything new yet?
No, because I'm at my parents' house. So I am, unfortunately, I'm just, but I have been thinking. So, for example, my friend made a meatloaf last night, and I was like, I don't think my boyfriend, meatloaf is not a common thing in the UK.
You've got to introduce him to meatloaf. I've had meatloaf before, and it's ace.
He's a northern guy. Of course he's going to love meatloaf. Like, it's meat.
It's meat in a loaf.
In a
loaf.
Like
2 of our favorite things.
He's going to love it. Yeah.
Okay, well, when you do start cooking new recipes, we're 100% going to try, like, Alyson's recipe review. You can do your best Nigella Lawson.
Oh,
who?
Microwave. That sounds wonderful.
Young Nigella Lawson, Alyson June-Smith. I can see it.
I would love
touch of the Nigellas.
The sensuality. Ooh.
What you want to do is when I'm trying to think, when you cut the pork pie. I don't even know.
You sound like your mom now.
I do. It's not.
We'll work on it. We'll work on it.
Thanks, Will. Listen, that was our Agony Auntie section, but now it is time for a game. So get involved if you would like to play the 1-star film review. We take a film that people have panned online. They've given it 1 star. We're not talking about professional reviewers, by the way. We're talking about your run-of-the-mill people, your average Joe. They've gone online. They've hated this film that much. They've given it a 1-star review and just basically spilled their venom out onto a reviews page. We're going to read those reviews out for you, and we'd like you to guess what you think the film is. There's ways to do that. If you are watching us on an Echo show, the command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your guess. Or if you're listening on an audio-only Echo, go to backchannel.tv on your phone. You can type your guess in there. Or if you're watching on the YouTube, then just type your comments in the comment box below and we'll get your guess there. So get in touch. We're going to read out these reviews. We're going to read out 5 different reviews from 5 different people who've all left this particular movie a 1-star film review. Now, Alyson's going to read them out. And I like to give Allyson used to be a drama teacher in a former life. So what I like to do is let's give her a little bit of motivation as she's reading them out. Let's give her a little bit of a character just to read the review out. It's all in jest.
Yeah,
just to make them a little bit.
We're making it up. This is not real. We just want you to feel the venom that these people are putting into the review. Also, side note, this movie, it's not necessarily a bad movie. This movie could be one of the all-time classics that exists. And it's just that these people, we believe, Hayley and I believe they have unresolved anger and hatred within them. And this is how they get it out, is in these reviews. So again, we create fictional characters to make it a little bit more exciting. So, you feel a little bit more connected to the review. Hayley, for the first review here, what's my motivation? What do you want me to read this like?
Okay, Allyson, I'd like you to read this review in the style of a game show host.
Okay. Let me turn on my smile. Da-da-da. I watched this on cable last night. I did not think it was funny at all. We watched about half of it. Maybe the good parts were in the second half? Doubtful. As soon as the girl projectile vomited, I just sort of knew it was going to be awful. Not because I don't like silly humor. Actually, I love it when it's done right. But this, in my opinion, was just done wrong, and I did not laugh once, whereas clearly this was meant to be a comedy. I loved the actress's name in Bridesmaid. She was hilarious. I was hoping she would make this more entertaining, but that was not the case.
Thank you, Allyson. Great read there. But what is the movie? If you would like to make a guess, like I say, the ways to get in touch, if you are watching us on an Echo show, the command to give to your device is the word say, or go to backchannel.tv if you're listening on an audio-only Echo. Get your guesses in now. What is the film? We can learn from that particular review that one of the actresses was in Bridesmaid. I don't actually know which one that is, to be honest with you, but one of the actresses was in Bridesmaid. We know it's sort of silly humor film. But what is the film? If you'd like to make a guess now, then do so. But Allyson, in the meantime, is going to read out another 1-star review. Allyson, I'd like you to read this out as the person who's presenting the news.
A news reporter. Okay, that sounds great. Okay, here we go. News reporter. If you read the synopsis, you already know the entire story. You've seen it a dozen times before. This one has an updated 2012 soundtrack, but all the other overdone cliches for this genre, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, everyone. I would lose my job as a news reporter right now because I've not read the teleprompter correctly. All right. This one has an updated 2012 soundtrack, but all the other overdone cliches for this genre are fully intact. If, however, you find slick, unrealistic, overproduced, and cappella singing to be a pure joy, then you may find this movie tolerable. On the other hand, if you value your free time, pass this one up. You will be spared several scenes of projectile vomiting and the riff-off, which will likely induce your own nausea.
Thank you, Allyson. But what is the film? Get your guesses in. Make a guess. The command to give to your device is the word say, or go to backchannel.tv on your phone this morning. If you are watching on an Echo show, you would have seen lovely Allyson try to stifle a yawn. I do like to point it out because it does amuse me.
You do.
Because very early, Allyson is currently, if you didn't know, in Calgary, Alberta. She is Canadian. I don't know if she has. She hasn't actually mentioned it yet. We're 36 minutes into the show. It's amazing.
I've gotten it into your head. I've wormed it into your head now. You indirectly are like, I don't know if she's brought it up. I don't have to anymore, everyone. That's
she does. So she's still morning time, and I'm tired because I don't know if I mentioned I went to the gym yesterday. Did I mention?
You joined a gym and you did a workout.
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it.
Well, actually, you didn't really say if you did a workout. You did say you joined a gym and you went, but there has been no talk about what was done.
Yeah, I just looked at the lockers. So just a little walk
check
around.
It out. This is my gym. All right, I'm good. I'll start tomorrow. Yeah.
I love lockers, by the way. It just reminds me of American high school films. I always wanted a locker growing up. Yeah.
Did you never have a locker?
No, we didn't have lockers in the UK. They do now, but we never used to.
Why?
No.
They didn't trust you? They didn't trust you?
No, we just used to have to carry our bags around everywhere.
That's horrible. You've got too many books and binders. That's an absolute... You poor British children.
I've lived through a time. Producer Will, by the way, sorry, we're going off topic now. We'll get back on this film in a minute. Did you have a locker, Will? I think they introduced them, didn't they, at a certain point in the UK? Did you have one? Your hair was quite extraordinary.
It was exciting.
It had a little antenna like one of the Teletubbies.
That's what happened. Yeah, I had lockers all the time. It was, imagine there's like 3 rows. So there's one on the top, one in the middle, and one on the bottom. So you did not want a bottom locker. And they had, there were like ones that you would get at the gym. So you had to put £1 in and you got a key. Because the idea is that you only kept it like for the day and then you would just use a different one.
So you just use different lockers all the time?
Yeah, so the idea is that at the end of the day, so when they installed them, the idea is that at the end of the day, you'd put your key in, take your phone out and go home and use a different one tomorrow. They quickly annexed that because what people would do is when the keys were in the bottom lockers, people would go around and like stamp on them. It's like stamp on the keys so they would like bend and snap and then you couldn't use them.
Children are crafty, aren't they?
So they were probably right, back in your day, Hayley. The early
no, they only come in
1900s.
They only come in the 20s, I believe. Listen, I've spoken to people who aren't that much older than you, Will, and they didn't have lockers. So don't you be giving me this. Don't you be giving me this.
Okay.
Right. I don't know. We've gone very off topic. I don't know why.
This is the locker segment. Locker talk.
Locker talk. Locker room chat.
Yeah.
Thanks, producer Will. This is the one-star movie review game, believe it or not. But what is the film? We know it stars an actress who is in the film Bridesmaids. We know it stars a lot of women. We know it involves a cappella singing.
There's a big one.
Big clue. But what is the film? Make your guess now. Allison's going to read out another one-star review that someone left online. Allyson, I'd like you to read this out as someone who's commentating on a sports match.
Okay. I don't watch sports all that often, so bear with me. Bear with me, sports people. All right, here we go. Sports match broadcaster. The single best thing I came away with after watching this movie was a wild relief. I felt knowing that at least I didn't pay to subject myself to it. Ostensibly, is that how I say it?
I have no idea. We'll go with that.
Ostensibly a comedy. The film is mercilessly unfunny. Their idea of hilarity seems to run the gamut from projectile vomiting to juvenile puns to inserting "aka" into every exclamatory phrase like "aka excuse me" and "aka believe it." Isn't that funny? Aren't you just gasping for breath from the amusement of it all? Yeah. Me neither.
That was brilliant, Allyson. And there you go. Allyson June Smith reading out the one-star review in the style of a sports commentator. But have you guessed the film yet? Do you know what it is? Lots of clues there. I can believe it because they're doing a cappella singing. Stars a bunch of women. One of the actresses from Bridesmaids is in the film. Come on. What is the film? Make a little guess. You've got one more review to read out, and then we will let you know if you are correct or not. The command to give to your device is the word "say," followed by your guess, or go to backchannel.tv. Make your guess that way. Oh, Allyson, I'm so old. I just did a little sit up in my chair, and I heard my spine crack.
Well, that's because you went to the gym yesterday, honey, right?
So did I mention that? I didn't know if I mentioned
that. Those muscles haven't been used for a little while. Your body's like,
do you know
what's going on?
Do you know what else as well? So I went on the treadmill, and do you know, because I don't exercise, when you come off, and I felt like I was Neil Armstrong in the moon landing, walking off.
So easy. It's so easy.
It's like floating. I was that. Anyway, what is the film? Right, one last review to read out, Allyson. This is another one-star review. I'd like you to read this out as a stereotypical stand-up comedian.
Okay. All right. Let me see if I can get into the zone.
A male stand-up comedian, by the way. Stereotypical male stand-up comedian.
All right. Hey, at first, watching the commercial, I thought, she looks quite funny in this movie. After going to the theaters and watching this movie, I was deeply disappointed. Punchlines were stupid. Acting was bad, and as well as the singing. The plot was just a general cliche. Predictable. One of my favorite movies is The Breakfast Club, and the fact that they made reference to it made me mad. Also, my idol is Ellie Jackson. You know, Ellie. Bulletproof 2009, LaRue. And the remix they made her sing was awful. Like my act. Hey, is this thing on? It ruined a wonderful song. My sisters love this movie. But I really can't stand it, just like my sisters. Hey, don't waste your time or $20. I'll be here all week, everyone.
Well done, Allyson. Great read. But what is the movie? Loads and loads of clues. Now, they did a remix of the song Bulletproof in the film. They sing a cappella, involves a big bunch of women. One of the women was in the film Bridesmaid. Make your final guess now. Here are our easy clues. If you don't get it from these, you've probably not seen the film because it was released in 2012 when Allyson was a young... How old were you then?
2012. Young, 28.
Really? In 2012? That makes you younger than now, doesn't it?
Wait, I would have been. I see. I'm just used to random numbers. I don't actually do the math, Hayley. I don't.
We actually don't know how old Allyson genuinely is.
I would have been a young 72 in 2012. There we go.
The film starred Anna Kendrick, Rebel Wilson, and Ben Platt. It got 7.1 on IMDb, and
Wow.
there are 3 of these movies. But what is the film? If you'd like to make a guess, just a little recap even. Apologies there this morning. Breakfast show, can't get my teeth in. Wasn't what it sounded like. Listen, recap. This film involves a bunch of women. They are singers. One of the particular actresses was in the film Bridesmaid as well. It involves a cappella singing. I mean, we can't give any more clues, can we?
I think this was a big one. This is Rebel Wilson's big. I mean, she'd been doing stuff, but I think this was one of the film franchises that really introduced us to Rebel Wilson, I would say.
Yeah.
I think? Yeah.
Anna Kendrick has also, I think she'd had little roles in films like Twilight and stuff. And I think Pitch Perfect was, I mean, obviously she's been around for forever doing Broadway and things like that. But as a mainstream film, this was a huge standout film for her as well, I believe. Make your guess. What is the film? Get your guesses in. The command to give to your device if you're watching us on an Echo show is the word say, followed by your guess. That's all you need to do. The name of your device, followed by the word say, followed by your guess. Dead easy. It's just like chatting to a friend. Or you can go to backchannel.tv on your phone and type your answer in there. It's really, really easy. Will said, I just said the name of the film. Did I? Didn't even realize I said it.
But it's okay, because I was like, I don't think we'll just keep going. Nobody, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Because you were mentioning films that somebody had debuted in, and
oh, do you know what? Professional is a word that isn't used with me.
We've literally given you all the hints, but let me read a little breakdown of the movie. Hayley said it a moment ago. Let's see if Becca, a freshman at Barden University, is cajoled into joining the Bellas, her school's all-girls singing group, injecting some much-needed energy into their repertoire. The Bellas take on their male rivals in a campus competition.
I mean, listen, I've just said it. If you haven't guessed by now,
say it again. What is it, Hayley? Go ahead.
Pitch Perfect. I didn't even realize I said it. Do you know what? I'd be terrible on a game show. Imagine me hosting a game show. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire for £1 million? Anna Kendrick starred in a film, but what was the name of the film? Pitch Perfect. Let us know now. Good morning.
I love you so much.
There's plenty more games that I can ruin later on in the show. So if I didn't ruin that one for you, I can ruin one later on. Get involved with the show. It is now time for our news section of the show. And I can't spoil this because this is stuff that's already happened in the world. We're looking at news stories from around the world. And what a lovely story this one is, because there's a 6th grader. How old are you in 6th grade, by the way? It's different, obviously, in the US to the UK.
I think in 6th grade, you'd be about 11.
Yes, yeah. 11, 12. Yeah, I just had a quick look. Yeah, 6th grader in the US saved a classmate by doing the Heimlich maneuver on them and saved a woman from a fire in one day. This child is an actual superhero. What did we do yesterday, Allyson? You slept on a mattress and I went on a treadmill for 20 minutes, and we're going on about that.
We're broken after those activities. Yeah.
This child, he's 11, he saved a classmate, but so basically a classmate was choking on at the top of a bottle top. Now you know what it's like when you're chewing on things, as people do, chew on ring pulls and things like that, and this child swallowed it. This kid went over, his name's Davion Johnson. He was named an honorary member of both the sheriff's office and the police force because of doing these extraordinary things. So yeah, his classmate was choking on sort of bottle top, and he ran over and he did the Heimlich maneuver, which he'd learned, by the way, on a YouTube video. He just watched how to do it on a YouTube video. So he recommends everyone does that. Yeah, he saved a life. So
it's unbelievable. And so that was the first thing he did that day. And then
on the way home, so he'd saved someone's life in class, and then walking home from school, he's seen an elderly lady. Her house was on fire. She was trying to get out. She was on the porch, and he realized because she was on a walker, she was struggling. So he said, I could see she was struggling. So I ran across and helped her out of the house. What an extraordinary kid. You know what I was doing when I was 11? Watching cartoons.
Cartoons. Well, and this 11-year-old kid had said what he wants to be is a paramedic when he grows up. And I'm like, you're doing good already, kid. You're well on your path. And that's why if you find what you love at an early age, life falls into place. This kid is going to be saving lives every day because he's already discovered, I want to be a paramedic. But the confidence and the intelligence of a kid. Sometimes I worry about what would I do in fight or flight situations. Would I keep my wits about me? Would I remember what to do? And that's amazing. He learned it on YouTube. Look, there's first aid training on YouTube now. None of us have any more excuses, everyone.
Yeah, exactly. It used to be that you used to have to go somewhere and learn the skill, but now I always remember St. John's Ambulance when I was a child and stuff, and I can't remember any of that now. So just go on YouTube if you just look at look at basic first aid skills, and you could save someone's life like this kid. Brilliant. Lovely, heartwarming story this morning. We're looking at the news stories from around the world. If you have seen a news story and you think, you know what, I think Hayley and Allyson would love to hear about that.
That's a nice one or a funny one or
We don't want to hear about this virus that's sweeping the world. You might have heard about it. Listen, we want to talk about the fun, interesting stories. And here's an interesting story. This was from Sky News. So the Californian Twins, these are twins, but their birthdays are on different days and different years. So they were born on New Year's Eve, one of the twins, and then one of the twins was born 15 minutes later. But because it had passed midnight, their birthday is on a different day to their twin. And it's very, very rare that happens. The chance of them being born in different years is around 1 in 2 million chance. So that mum needs to put a lottery ticket on. Her twins, 1 in 2 million chance of them being born in a different year. So imagine that in school. Oh, your twins. When's your birthday? Oh, well, her birthday's in 2022. Mine's 2021. Madness.
I thought you said you were twins. We are. Yeah.
15 minutes apart. And because the clock struck midnight, they now have a different year of birth. So that was in Fatima Madrigal and Robert Turiglo.
I think that's really nice. I think that's really nice, actually, that they have different birthdays, because they say with twins, the biggest thing you're supposed to remember is if you have twins is never to refer to them or be like the twins, that they have one. They are two separate people. So you're always supposed to refer to them. So I like that those twins have separate birthdays. So you celebrate the one birthday on the one day and then the other birthday on the next day, right? It gives them each their own identity, their own birthday. I think that's lovely. You're lucky, twins. You're lucky.
It is lucky. They are lucky. But on the same point of view, as a parent, like, imagine the stress of having two different birthdays now, because you've got to hold a birthday party for one of them. Like, you could have, if you have twins, it's easy on the same day, invite all their friends around. But now you've got like, two different
All you do
days.
is a sleepover party, Hayley. All you do is a sleepover party. So the kid gets, you get cake in the evening, right? Celebrate, sleepover, wake up. Guess what you get? Breakfast cake for the other child in the morning. Yeah, the other parents are going to hate you because you've loaded your kids up on double cake. But how exciting is that? So then technically it's still one party, but you've broken it into two. God, I should be a mom.
You should. You really thought this through, Allyson. I'm like, I don't know what I'd do. It'd be two parties. It's so much stress. You're like, no.
I got it. I can plan kids' parties. If you need a kids' party planned, I'm your gal.
Get in touch. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by Allyson. What do I do here? And there's another news story in the news today. Listen, me and Allyson have been with our partners a very long time. Not once have they proposed to us, but a lady here in Las Vegas, of course it's in Las Vegas, has married the color pink. She has married, that's a thing. Yeah, she's married the color pink. Kitten Kaysira is her name. And she said, I do to the color pink in a ceremony on Las Vegas on New Year's Day. And I bet no one even blinked an eye to that in Las Vegas.
No, if anything, they were like, I can't believe it's taken someone this long. That's what they're thinking there. I mean, we watched it. We got a purple wedding. We had a teal wedding. Nobody pink, though. We thought pink would be the first to go. But Kitten K. Sarah got in there and she married. And there's a picture and she is all in pink, everything pink. I think it's because that childhood, a kid yelled at her something because she was wearing pink. And what did the kid say? That
so
stereotypical.
Basically what got her thinking, she's always loved the color pink. She's always dressed in the color pink. And a child passed her one day and said, hey, if you love the color pink so much, why don't you marry it? And she's like, oh, maybe I will. And she actually did. I mean, I'm not sure how she proposed to the color pink, and I don't know how they managed to say yes, because anyway. Yeah,
is it really a what is it when you both need to agree? Has it been? I mean, how do we know that Pink has agreed to this? I mean, we don't know. We're
not talking about the singer Pink, by the way. We're talking about the color pink. She's married the color pink. And she dressed in a big pink fluffy gown for her wedding day, pink fluffy coat, pink hair, a pink tiara. I don't know if there's a theme when you marry the color pink. And
friends showed up all dressed in pink, except for one friend If you notice in the wedding, there's one wedding picture. Everyone's in pink except for one that showed up in green. Did you get the memo? Wrong wedding. Wrong wedding.
Wrong wedding. But yeah, she married the colour pink. So that's lovely to hear, isn't it? That you can still get married to colours. So there's still a chance for me and you, Ellie.
Hayley, what color do you want to marry?
I don't know what's available. I wonder what ones, because like
let's say all the colors are available except for pink. Let's say everything's available except for pink.
I'd go green or blue.
Would you go green or blue? Yeah.
What about you?
See, I know it's not a color. Everyone's like, black is not a color, but I really do like black. Otherwise, I think I'd go purple. I think I'd go like a nice deep purple. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
I like that we're really thinking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we could.
Will, what color would you marry? What color would you marry, Will? This is where we're at today. What color would you marry?
That's an excellent question. I'm not gonna lie, I've not given it any thought. Maybe I think like a really dark navy, not black, but like a dark navy. I think it would kind of go with the decor in my room and stuff. I think that would be nice.
Okay, it's like blackness with a bit of hope.
Yeah, just a little bit of.
Yeah, Producer Will, I was just wondering. I don't suppose you've heard about maybe any news stories involving a bachelor who sort of took adverts out to try and find someone.
You mean like a bachelor who plasters himself on billboards and sets up his own website in a bid to find a wife?
I do.
You know what, Hayley? I actually have a story with that exact headline. Bizarre.
Crazy.
What are the chances? Thanks, Hayley. So this story comes to us from Bristol.
Birmingham, isn't it? Wait, Birmingham.
Yes, it is. I've not read it, so I wouldn't know.
That's okay. I got it. I got you.
And what I liked is that I've seen a couple of versions of this story. One called him a bachelor, and the other one calls him a desperate bachelor, which I don't like.
I don't like that either. He's not a desperate bachelor.
And if we call back to our Agony Aunt section,
when they were just talking about how do I... Yeah, exactly. He's like, trying a different path. Yeah.
So what this guy's done, he's called Mohammed Malik. He's 29. He's bought a bunch of billboards around town, and he's put up a picture of himself, like, looking all snazzy. He's like lying on his side. And he set up a website called findmalikawife.com, and that's how he's doing it. He's literally advertising himself.
Yeah. I think one of the adverts say, save me from an arranged marriage, which in the article, he's like, look, there's nothing wrong with arranged marriages. Yeah. I know that, they work for a lot of people. He's like, I just would like to try and find someone before I try the route of arranged marriage. Mm-hmm. And I think it's a great idea. I think it's really funny, and obviously, I mean, look, if he's investing in billboards, all I'm saying is, he's probably doing okay. He's probably doing okay. Yeah, exactly. So he's like, hey, I'm putting it out there. And he's so cute because he's like, so far the response has been pretty good. It's been in the double digits. I was like, I love you so much. I love you. Like, he was like, that's great.
And he said that he did it after like the traditional methods failed.
Which
so
like
there's
apps
and
trying
stuff.
to meet people.
So,
yeah.
I'm
I hope let's always keep a watch for that to see if there's any follow-up. And also, I think he's originally from London, but he really loves Birmingham. Birmingham is kind of like, he says, his secondary home. So I like also that he's fishing in the city that he really likes. He's like, I would like to find someone in Birmingham because that's where I would like to be.
Around that area. Nice.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to look up how much billboards are because I think it's a pretty cracking idea, to be honest with you.
I think it's a great... You're definitely going to get some people who respond to that. They're like, is this for real? Like, it's very humorous.
Pay for a photo shoot, get some billboards designed. I think it's the way forwards.
So that's what we're recommending to our earlier person with a problem. Get yourself a billboard. Put out an ad in some papers. You never know. Just be sure you put it in the right section of the papers. I'm looking for a proper
that. Sometimes, I think you might have given... Or somebody definitely said to me, start asking around. Like, if the billboards don't work out, get somebody to set you up. So
totally
good for you, Mohammed Malik. And I hope it works out. I really hope there's some follow-up stories It's
Wouldn't it be
like,
great if he's like, I met the love of my life? Because here's the thing, anyone that follows up on that, I mean, they're obviously going to have a sense of humor, I like to think, or they'll be like, I like your
oh, that's
style. I
funny.
like what you
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Yeah. It's a great way.
And, you know, he's clearly thought outside of the box. He's clearly done some problem solving, all good traits.
He's clearly got money to take out one of those billboard
That's
adverts.
That's what we were
yeah.
saying. Yeah. Will's going to look up to see the price of a billboard.
They're a couple of £100 a week or day even, but there we go. Thanks, producer Will. This is the Hayley and Allyson show with producer Will. We are here till 8 a.m. Listen, if you just joined us, where have you been? But listen, fear not, because we have another fun-packed hour of the show in waiting for you. Allyson, do the background jingle.
Dun,
Coming up in the next hour on the Hayley and Allyson show, we're going to be playing a game with Alyson's mum. That's right, Vicky Smith is going to be here virtually, and you can play a game with her. We're also going to be talking about most famous mistakes in TV and movies. Are you the sort of person that points out mistakes in films? Well, you're going to love this segment, but I don't love you. And we're going to be playing a game of competitive true or false, where myself and Allyson go head to head with your help in a game of competitive true or false. Competitive because I make it that way. And we're also going to be having a little chat with Liv Harrison to see what's coming up in her show later on in the day. That's all coming up in Backchannel in the next hour. Stay tuned.
You have reached the Hayley and Allyson show with producer Will.
Every time we play it, we wait like we're dropping with producer Will, and it's like that because my mother forgot the word producer as she was saying it. Everyone.
So yes, Alyson's mum is the lovely Vicky Smith, and we thought, do you know what? Because she was so professional with that jingle, because she got the name producer halfway through her saying it, we thought, do you know what would be amusing? Why don't we get Vicky to describe some celebrities, give us a series of clues, and you have to guess who the celebrity is? What could be a better game than that? So we're going to play out a series of clues that Alyson's mum has given. Allyson, did you show her a picture of a celebrity? Is this how it works?
I did. So I showed her a picture of a few celebrities. So this is the first celebrity I showed her a picture of. And so this was my mom's initial reactions and opinions of the person that I showed her.
Okay.
So it's very funny. So who is my mom talking about? All right.
She is so pretty. Eyes seem kind of dark blue. She has a lovely smile. Good looking body.
Is it me? Is it me? I mean, I've got blue eyes, good looking body.
You went to the gym yesterday, so you got the bod down. Exactly.
She's a good looking woman, whoever it is that Vicky's describing. But if you know, let us know. Make a guess who you think the celebrity is. Blue eyes, good looking, good body. Sounds like Vicky's on the pull there. But who is it?
You should have seen her when I showed her the picture of the celebrity. My mom was like, oh, she's beautiful. That smile. Like, mom was really taken with her. So yeah, I mean, those are the basic descriptions. It could be a lot of celebrities, but
could be a lot. If you want to make a guess now, then do so. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by a guess, or go to backchannel.tv. Type your guess in there. If you win, we might get Vicky to describe you if you send us a picture. That could be your prize. That's if you want it. She is brutally honest. Don't show a picture of me. Maybe you should show pictures of me and producer Will. So have you got any more clues from Vicky?
Do we have any more?
No.
Or is it just that one?
Those are the one. No, in the background. No.
So there was it. We just described her physically there, like she was given a police identity of a body.
Can we hear it one more time? Let's listen to my mom describe it just one more time, and then we'll give you some more clues.
She is so pretty. Eyes seem kind of dark blue. She has a lovely smile. Good looking body.
All right.
It sounds like she's been on a police lineup, doesn't it? Like, who is it? Who is it you were dancing with? Good looking woman.
That one. The body's not right on that one. It was at number 3. That would be my mom.
Brilliant. Well, listen, we've got a few more clues because that one doesn't really tell you anything other than what they look like aesthetically. So here we go. A few more clues. This celebrity that Vicky was describing was an off-Broadway understudy at the age of 10. I didn't know this. For the musical Ruthless. But
I did not know that about the celebrity either. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Yes.
You might get it from this one, though, because this is a well-known fact. She joined the TV show The Mickey Mouse Club in 1993 alongside Justin Timberlake, Christina Aguilera, and Ryan Gosling.
I did not know Ryan Gosling was involved with the Mickey Mouse Club.
He was.
Oh my goodness.
There you go. If you know who the celebrity is, then get involved with the show. The command to give to your device is the word say, or go to backchannel.tv and you can type your answer in there. Let us know what you think. Here's another clue for you. This celebrity almost headed up a girl band, believe it or not. Before she embarked on a solo career, she was briefly the front woman for a girl band called Innocence. But it was spelt with a... It wasn't spelt how innocence is spelt. It was spelt innocence with an S instead of a C. Innocence.
And two N's, like like a hotel. Innocence.
Tell you, if you were in a girl band, Allyson, what would it be called?
Oh, I actually know this. My sister and I, we've always talked about how we wanted to have a hip hop group or a girl band, and we would be called Fancy Casual because that's our style. I'm fancy, she's the casual.
And together we are Fancy Casual.
That's exactly it.
Go back to back with me, Allyson. Fancy Casual.
That's exactly it. Yes.
Yeah.
So Fancy Casual would be my group name. Yeah. What about you?
Unprofessional.
Unprofessional? Is that?
That's the name of my. Well, unprofessional. Ooh.
And they roll their ankles and fall over on stage. Unprofessional. Yes.
There's a very, Allyson always talks about, because you roll your ankles a lot. There's a very famous clip of I mean, call him a duo. I mean, you use a musician very loosely, but Jedward, big in the UK from a reality TV show. There was a clip of them performing at like a road show. Have you seen this?
No.
And one of them rolls his ankles on stage and like has to hop around. It's quite painful, but amusing.
It's an ankle roll is so hard. Whenever I see anyone go over on their ankle and then have to walk on it afterwards, I'm like, oh God, I'm sorry. Yeah, a big ankle roller over here. Went through a big phase of it. That's why I could never
see her rolling her ankle.
Her ankle. I think she sprained it. No, it's just strained. It's strained.
Strained. But who is this celebrity? Where Vicky described? Can we play Vicky's clue again? This is Alyson's mum describing this celebrity. But who is it?
She is so pretty. Eyes seem kind of dark blue. She has a lovely smile, good-looking body.
Who's a celebrity, though? We know that she was in the Mickey Mouse Club. Here's a little clue that I didn't know about this celebrity. She auditioned for the movie The Notebook.
Wow. So she was one of the... that's interesting.
There you go. It would have been a very different film if she was involved in it. But yeah, she often travels under an alias. A lot of celebrities travel under an alias because they don't want to be bothered. And I don't blame them, because if you've seen that Tom Cruise was checking into your hotel, you would find out what floor they were on, and just to see what they did during the day, during vacation.
I like to use Tom Cruise as the example, because Tom Cruise was in Liverpool for quite some time, wasn't he? Which is where Hayley is from. Well, just outside of Liverpool, would you say? Is it?
Yeah, just outside you.
And Tom Cruise was filming Mission Impossible 178, whatever. I don't know which one
Mission
it was.
Completed. Mission
is it almost over? Mission. And he was there for a long time. So I bet you a lot of people in Liverpool were like, Tom Cruise. I bet you people knew what hotel he was staying at.
Exactly. So it's understandable that they go under an alias. And this particular celebrity went under the aliases. This is a different one. So she went under the aliases Alotta Warmheart.
Oh.
I mean, really... if you're going to put an alias, pick something normal, because if I seen that a Chastity Montgomery was checking into a hotel, I'd be like, that's a celebrity. That is not a normal person.
That's obviously so-and-so, yeah.
Mrs. Diana Prince, Mrs. Abracadabra. I mean, let's be subtle here.
I love this one.
Yeah, she also checked in a hotel under the name of a Queen of the Fairy Dance. So...
Queen of the Fairy Dance.
Barbara Jones or something like that. Just pick something that no one's going to adhere to. But who is the celebrity? We're asking you to guess the celebrity this morning. Allyson June Smith's mother gave us a big clue about this celebrity, but who is it? There's this day dedicated to this celebrity in Las Vegas. So a whole day dedicated to this particular celebrity in Las Vegas. It's November the 5th and it's been happening since 2014. But who is the celebrity. She has said that Janet Jackson and Whitney Houston were some of her early musical icons.
Those are great icons to have, in my opinion.
Give you another little clue. Her season as a judge on the US X Factor made her the highest paid celebrity judge. But who is it? If you know, producer Will, can we play Allison's mum's little clip again? This is Allison's mum giving a clue as to who this celebrity is.
She is so pretty. Eyes seem kind of dark blue. She has a lovely smile. Good looking body.
But who is the celebrity? They have a day dedicated to them in Las Vegas. They were on the Mickey Mouse Club. She auditioned for the movie The Notebook, and she was the highest paid judge on the US X Factor. Get your guesses in. The command to give to your device if you are watching us on an Echo show, I can see Allyson just nodding her head like she's listening to a tune, is the word say, followed by what your guess, or go to backchannel.tv on your phone. You can type your guess in there, or if you're watching on YouTube, you can just type the guess in the box and we will get it here. Let us know who you think it is. We'll give you 2 more clues. Apparently, she was friendly, in inverted commas, with Prince William over email.
Does Kate know?
Imagine.
Could you imagine? So we're not saying who the celebrity is yet, but when we say who it is, I don't know. I'd feel a little threatened if I knew my fella was having.
I mean, I don't like my partner replying to just like business emails.
LinkedIn.
Yeah.
LinkedIn.
What do you mean you're applying to a 50% box office Boxing Day sale? No. Who is it? But yeah, and also this particular celebrity, and I'll tell you a little clue about this, which I've told you before. She has $1 billion perfume business, right? Now, I actually went through a stage of wearing her perfume because it was all I could afford at one point. And one of the brands is called Curious. And when people used to say, I like your perfume, I used to say, why are you curious?
Oh, hey, that's pretty good. Yeah. Hayley is a professional comedian. Everyone she does do that. When did Star Perfume start? Like, I remember the first one I remember seeing. Do you remember Debbie Gibson?
What did she sing, Debbie Gibson? I
Electric Youth was a big one. Electric Youth. The other one is I Get Lost in Your Eyes. I Get Lost.
Yeah, I think she rings a bell. Does she have red hair?
No, you're thinking of Tiffany. That was, I think we're
playing
alone
a different
now.
guessing game now.
Tiffany did also. So I thought Debbie Gibson was the first one that had Electric Youth, I think was the perfume. And then Tiffany came out with another one. But this is what I mean. I remember when the young stars started to have perfumes, because then all of us young impressionable girls would be like, if I smell like Tiffany, then I will also be able to do a tour around malls and sing mall tours. But yeah, so I think that's what it started. So yes, but this one I assume is better than the Electric Youth scent.
But who is the celebrity? One more time, we know she was in the Mickey Mouse Club. She's got $1 billion perfume business. She auditioned for The Notebook. She has a day dedicated to her in Las Vegas. She's currently free. But who is the celebrity? The command to give to your device, if you would like to make a guess and get involved in the game, is the word say, followed by your guess, or go to backchannel.tv on your phone. And if we could play for one last time, Allison's mum give us a clue as to who this celebrity is. Allyson shown her a picture, and this is what she said.
She is so pretty. Eyes seem kind of dark blue. She has a lovely smile. Good looking body.
It sounds like your mum has got a huge crush on this star. We can tell you now. The answer is who Allison's mum was describing was Britney Spears.
Yes. My mom has no idea who she is.
Oh, really? She doesn't know who Britney is?
No, I was like, her name is Britney Spears. And mom's like, oh, yeah, I think I've heard of her. But she didn't know. She doesn't know any of these stars. She has no comprehension of any of the stars that we do in the future. So it is fun to listen to her talk because she just,
She's just cracking figure. And she does Britney Spears. And there was an article in theguardian.com that has rated Britney Spears' songs, the top 30 Britney Spears' songs of all time. What would you say is your favorite Britney? And I'll tell you where it is on the list.
I would say probably my favorite song. I've got 2. Toxic comes to mind as one of my favorites.
Okay, that's at number 4 in the greatest Britney songs of all time,
Toxic.
according to The Guardian.
And then the other one I like is it Unlucky?
Unlucky. Oh, let me see if it's
She's
on the list.
unlucky.
She's lucky. I think it's called Lucky, isn't it?
Lucky.
She's
Yeah.
so lucky. Alison's like, that just shows you your mindset. It's
I
unlucky.
love
is
that
it?
song. Unlucky. Yeah.
No,
Is it even on the list? Probably not even on the list.
I'm just looking now, and I can't see Lucky made it on the list.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, Alison, don't take it personally. It's not, you're like, oh, that's cool. That's fine.
It's fine.
Doesn't even
Doesn't
want it to be.
matter.
Oh, yeah, it is.
That
Lucky is at number 22 on the list.
Oh, it made the list. Yes.
It made the list. But number 1, according to The Guardian, of Britney's top songs is Stronger, which was released in 2000. So there you go. She's had some apps.
Where's Hit Me Baby? Hit Me.
Number 3.
Yeah. Because that was like, wasn't that that was the first big, here's Britney, my love. I won't sing it. I want to.
You do good Britney, don't you? Just do a little Britney, but without doing. I tell you what you can do. You can sing. Coming up next in the show, I want you to sing in the style of Britney. Coming up next in the show, we're looking at film mistakes. Do that as Britney.
Coming up next, we're looking at films.
It's horrible. You sound like a little lamb.
I think that's kind of what they all sound like. Yeah.
Mary had a little lamb. If you've just tuned in to the Hayley and Allyson show, we haven't got Britney with us. It's just Allyson doing a little bit of an impression. That's not what your favorite Britney Spears song is. I absolutely love Britney.
What's your favorites? What's your favorite Britney song?
Oh, I like the one she did with Madonna. What was the one she did with Madonna? Hey Britney, that one.
Yeah.
People, I can't think of the name of it, but it'll come to me. It'll come to me tonight at 1 a.m. That was the name of the song.
That's one. Yeah.
Yeah, but I loved that. I loved it when she did the MTV Awards with her and Madonna and Christina Aguilera. It's iconic.
It truly is. Truly is. Yeah. And you know what? It's interesting. I've learned. So when I first started my comedy career, I admit it, I made fun of Brit a lot. And yeah, but I didn't know all that she's been through. And over the years, I really learned. And with everything that happened, and now she is free and she's become, I think, a real symbol for women because, this conservatorship, she finally broke free of it. And just so you know, no male pop stars have ever had anything like a conservatorship happen to them. So, I have a whole new love and respect and admiration for Ms. Britney Spears. So thank you, Britney, for all that you've done.
Thank you, Britney. Producer Willis let me know. Yeah, Me Against the Music was the song she did with Madonna. That's the one I really like. And me and my friend David used to dance to it on a night out. I'm Madonna. No, I'm Madonna. I'm Britney.
I was going to say, who was the music? Who was the Madonna?
always caused an argument on that one. But we are talking now about film mistakes, the most iconic movie mistakes of all time. We've talked about the iconic Britney Spears, but now we're talking about most famous TV and movie mistakes throughout the years. Because there was a Harry Potter special on TV recently, and a lot of Harry Potter fans noticed a mistake on there that Emma Watson picture was incorrectly labelled. So of course they wrote in and they fixed it. And that's made us look at 40 of the most famous and TV movie mistakes of all time. Now listen, yeah, it's interesting, but if you're watching a film and all you can see is the mistakes, I don't understand. Like these people who watch Star Wars, right? Don't get me wrong, love a bit of Star Wars, but when they go, that Stormtrooper, his foot was slightly off-white compared to the other foot. I'm going to complain to Spielberg. I mean, it's not a Spielberg film. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I just don't know how they notice these things. You've got to be really observant to notice a lot of them.
Yeah. And on this list, there was a bunch of them from the TV show that I loved. I loved Game of Thrones. And there seems to be a lot of like little mishaps with the Game of Thrones.
Yeah, now Game of Thrones, these are big ones that even I could notice when I was watching it. Like these are big mistakes. They're not just like, oh, this was slightly off color, this was in the wrong character. In an internet, basically, it exploded on the internet because in an episode of Game of Thrones, there was a Starbucks coffee cup in shot. So someone's clearly gone, oh, get me a flat white on set, right? Because they're tired. They're up early, they're filming, and they've left this Starbucks, and not one person, and it takes so many people to make a TV series like this. You have continuity, they have to have their hair right, they have to look the same way, and not one person has noticed this Starbucks coffee cup in shot until it went out, the episode aired, and then everyone noticed it, and they were like, oh, how did we not see that? So whether it's a marketing thing, I don't know. I
love it because all the other, the secret Starbucks marketing, all the other, like in the shot, they're in a pub too. So it's like people are drinking out of the like hollowed out horns of animals, and then we've got Khaleesi. She's looking over at a couple of guys, but you could see literally the coffee cup is in her line of view, and I bet you the whole time she was shooting that scene, she was like, "Is anyone going to notice that coffee cup?" No, we're just going to keep going. Okay, I don't see a Starbucks coffee mug. Then I am just Khaleesi's the ruler of dragons.
You're quite. Allyson, you're quite right. In this picture that if you have a look at esquire.com, this is where they printed the article. You can see they're all drinking out of horns, like, because this is like prehistoric. We don't know what era it is, but it's fictional. But it is of like oldie time. So they're drinking out of horns. They're drinking out of. I think she's drinking out of a horn as well. And yet there's a Starbucks coffee cup in sight there. Also in Game of Thrones as well on this article. Oh, I can't get to it now. Can you? Sorry, Allyson. There was another one, wasn't there, from Game of Thrones, where I think you can see like a wire, like a charger. So someone's like against a tree. They've been killed in battle, this huge battle, and then there's a charger on the floor, a phone charger or a sort of hard drive. And also in Game of Thrones features loads. I don't know who the continuity person was in this, but they probably don't work there anymore.
Doesn't look good for them.
Because another one was there's a scene of them where they to do with Samuel Tarly, sorry, and in his foot is a plastic bottle as well.
I could see it. There it is. I see the plastic water bottle. I bet you he was like, "Oh, someone left that water bottle." And you can see he's kind of tried to hide it with his foot. He's like, "I think I know where the camera angle is," and hiding it. But if that was all shot in one day, I mean, that was a bad day. And if that wasn't all shot in one day, then that's a bad continuity person. Please don't sue me for saying that. I don't know who you are. But
you do a very good job. It's very difficult. Please employ us. Anyway, we're looking at the movie mistakes of all time. Now, there is a famous one that you've probably all heard of about the stormtrooper in Star Wars hitting his head. He's walked through a door. He's misjudged it because obviously he's wearing a stormtrooper outfit. He can't see and he hits his head. And that's one of the most famous ones. And this one I didn't know about, and this is a really silly one. But in Pulp Fiction, you can see bullet holes in the wall in the apartment where Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta characters go to retrieve a briefcase before they get shot. So the bullet holes are already there.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Interesting. I wouldn't have noticed that. That's a good one. You know what I love? To go back to the stormtrooper one too. It says in the article that the guy who played the role of that stormtrooper, he said that he didn't realize how low the door was. So yeah, he hit his head when he came in, and he said on filming, he's like, "I thought they were going to stop. I thought we were going to have to reshoot it. Then I thought they were just going to cut it out." And then when they aired the movie, I guess he was like, and when it got to the scene, he's like, "Yep, I just watched myself hit my head on that." They just didn't even notice. And I thought, oh my God, that's so funny. Could you imagine being that stormtrooper, that extra? It was Hayley, and she's out of here. She's like, "You know what? I will not have you talk about my work like that." She has disappeared. But I did think it was funny. I've never seen that scene, but to be honest with you, I'm going to go back and look at that movie just to watch the stormtrooper hit his head on the door frame.
My problem with this kind of thing is that I'm terrible at this kind of thing. I never notice stuff like this. No,
I don't.
And it's like when people say, even when people say, "Oh, like that was so obvious, like I could see that coming a mile away." No, not me. Don't know what's going on.
I don't notice anything. They could change actors. Do you like the way they change actors in soaps? And like Nick Tilsley's changed. Everyone's like, "Oh, they've got a completely new actor with a new face and different hair color." I'd be like, "Oh, I didn't notice."
Oh, really?
Like,
they still call him Nick.
So because I'm not paying attention, I'm just dumb. I'm just like, I'm trying really hard. But they were like, "Oh my God, I could see that twist coming a mile away." I'm like, no, not me.
I hate people who try to figure out the twist. I'm like, just enjoy the ride.
I do that. I really frustrate my partner because he's like, "Could he just watch it and just enjoy it?" I'm like, "Well, he's him and he's him and he's not him." And he's like, just watch it.
I was watching a movie with my crush, and he was like, "Oh, I bet that he's going to turn out to be this person." And I was like, "I don't like you anymore. I don't fancy you anymore." Just suspend your disbelief. Calm down, man.
Just watch the movie.
Because the reason I do it is because I was like, I want to be like, "Well, see, I knew from the beginning that they were."
See, I was right, and I knew before all of you because I'm
There's
smart.
That competitive edge coming out of her again. She even has to be right to figure out mysteries. This was a good one. I like this one. The breakfast food switch up in Pretty in Pink. No, pretty woman, not Pretty in Pink. Pretty woman. So in the one scene when Julia Roberts is in the fancy hotel for the first time, and there's a shot, and I don't know if you remember, but he's like, "What do you?" I didn't know what you wanted, so I just ordered everything. So he just orders everything, and they bring in the breakfast. And in one scene, she's eating a croissant, and then it cuts away, and then it comes back to her, and she's eating a pancake. And I love that they're like, "Wow, this is, it breaks the continuity." In my mind, I was like, no, she just finished the croissant and has now moved on to the pancake. Like, it doesn't take that long to
me
eat
and
a
you
croissant.
do. We have
Yeah,
18
I'm like,
courses for breakfast.
she's eating everything. Why does she have to take her time on the croissant? It's gone. Croissants can be eaten in 3 seconds, everyone. Like, come on, they're practically air. So I give the continuity person on this a break because I could eat rapidly. So yeah, I could move on to different foods.
We're talking, by the way, if you've just joined us, we're talking about continuity errors in film and TV. We're talking about the most famous ones. And there's one that quite surprised me in The Simpsons, because obviously The Simpsons is animated. It must take them hours and hours and hours to animate. But in an episode of The Simpsons where they're talking about before Maggie was born, in the background, you can actually see a picture of Maggie. On the wall. This is where they're talking about before she's even been born. So if you've noticed anything in a film and TV, why, just enjoy it. Not going to say get in touch. Just enjoy the film. Just enjoy
the film. Yeah.
But we're going to be playing a game of true or false, I think, now, Allyson. Were you up for that?
Yes, I'm up for that. I love true and false. It's my favorite time of the show. We always have a little competitive true and false, and it's competitive. Why, Hayley?
Because I make it that way.
That's right.
I hate to lose. Listen, I am very competitive. Don't play me at Monopoly because I will steal from the bank. But listen, we're going to be playing competitive true or false. I think I won yesterday, didn't I, Allyson?
Yes, you did.
You 1-1.
You dominated yesterday. In fact,
I had a lot of help though.
4-1 yesterday. 4-1. So we're at 1-1 this week, but.
I had a lot of help from our lovely listeners. If you are listening and would like to take part, then do. We need your help in this game. The command to give to your device, if you are watching on an Echo show, is the word "say," followed by your guess. Or if you can, if you're listening on an audio-only Echo, go to backchannel.tv. You can type your answer in there. Get involved. We are about to play competitive true or false. Do the jingle, Allyson.
True or false? True or false? Which one is it? True or false? There we go. That's
Oh, well, I can't believe I waited a second for that.
Hey, you know what? Hey,
you. Listen, Allyson, because I came first, I'm going to ask you the first question. First of all, if you can help Allyson out, then don't. Because I want to win. No, do. If you want to help Allyson out, the command to give to your device is the word "say," or go to backchannel.tv on your phone. Type your answer in there. We are playing true or false. Get involved with the show. Backchannel is the only place.
False. We are playing true or false.
Now she does the jingle. Here we go. Allyson, is it true or is it false? Mammals can't fly. True or false?
Ooh, okay. If there's any zoologists out there, if you could please get in touch, I would really appreciate it. Now, something tells me that is true, that mammals can't fly. So I'm kind of leaning towards that. I'm trying to think of all the mammals that I know in my head. And,
Allyson, stop delaying. Just give me an answer. I'm trying to think of all the mammals I know. Give me an answer.
Hang on. I'm just letting the people might have an answer, and we have to give them a second to get involved. If you think you know the answer, please assist me by saying to your device that if it is an audio only, just say the command word is say to your device, and then share your answer. Or you can go to backchannel.tv and type in a little answer and help me out, because Hayley is exceptionally good. And, what we've learned is to trust the people and to trust our instincts. That's what we've learned over competitive true or false. So people don't seem to be coming in. That's all right. So for now, I'm going to trust my instincts, and I'm going to say that is true. Mammals can't fly.
Okay, Allyson, I can tell you, I know the answer to this one, which is frustrating because it's false. Well, bats are mammals, aren't they? And they can fly.
Are they mammals?
I think so. Maybe I'm wrong. Producer will let us know, but it's false. Some mammals can fly, Allyson. Like us when we take a Delta airplane or any other brand of air flight. We're playing true or false. Get involved. Help us out. Allyson needs your help. She is one question down. Give me a question, Ali.
All right. Hayley, tell me this. Seagulls, okay, true or false? Seagulls are the most common bird on the earth. Ooh, isn't that interesting? Are seagulls the most common bird on the earth? Is that true or is that false? Seagulls are the most common bird on earth.
Okay, I'm tempted to say true because wherever you go, you always see seagulls. Any part of the world, you see seagulls.
Yeah.
And sparrows as well, actually. You see sparrows in a lot of places. But on beaches, I see seagulls around the world.
What
I'm
about
tempted to...
pigeons, though, Hayley? I mean, your
Oh,
your
yeah.
grandfather was a fancier, which is what you call a pigeon
Yeah, he's
person.
not dating them, by the way, but in the UK, they call them pigeon fancies, where they race pigeons.
He's
Not
not like
against him.
Ernie from Bert and Ernie. Do you remember
No.
Bert and Ernie do the
He used to
pigeon?
fancy pigeons.
Ernie did. He would do a dance called the pigeon, and he would like
Oh.
dance like a pigeon. Yeah, Ernie was a pigeon fancier, if you will. Or was it Bert? Sorry, it was Bert that was the pigeon fancier.
No, let's get that correct on those fictional characters, Allyson.
I don't
You
want
wanna get that
Sesame
wrong.
Street experts writing in. She doesn't know her. Fire her. She doesn't know her. Big Bird from her Snuffleupagus. So, what do you think? Seagulls are the most common bird on the earth. Is that true or is that false, Hayley? What do you think?
If you think you know, by the way, get in touch. The command to give to your device is the word say. If you are a seagull and you're like, that's true, the command to give to your device is wah, wah, followed by your answer, or go to backchannel.tv on your phone, type your answer in there. I'm waiting for some people to come through, but I'm going to go. My first initial instinct was to say true.
Okay.
I'm going to go true.
Okay.
It could be pigeons. You're right. It could be, but I'm going to go true with seagulls.
You're going to go true? It's just the first question, so don't get upset. It is false. I don't know what. Do we know, Will? Every question now, we're getting him to do research. We found out, yes, bats are mammals. Okay, so he's coming. Bats are mammals. Do we know, Will, what is the most common bird on the earth? I'll let you take your time. We'll move on to another question. We'll come back to that. But no, seagulls are not the most common bird on
It could be a sparrow. I've seen those on my holidays.
You've said sparrow a few times. You're feeling like it might be sparrow. See, I go pigeon, but you're going sparrow. Yeah.
I used to be a member of the Young Ornithologist Club. Did you know that? I've always been sexy. Because, I needed another reason for children to bully me. Here we go. Producer Will said, technically the most common bird in the world is the domestic chicken, with around 50 billion birds. However, the most common wild bird is thought to be the red-billed Kalisa.
Kalia? I've never even heard of a red-billed.
It's not that common for us to know how to pronounce it. Let's put it that way. There we go. Chicken. I wouldn't have had chicken down. I don't think of the chicken as a bird, and I don't know why.
Isn't that funny? I know. I'm like, of course, a chicken. I mean, we breed them to be eaten, but so to me, I'm like, oh. So I was thinking wild birds, but the red-billed Kuela?
Anyway, you know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Tell your device. We're playing true or false. Allyson, here's your question.
Okay.
Tom Hanks has a collection of over 100 typewriters. Is that true or is it false? Tom Hanks has a collection of over 100 typewriters. True or false? If you know the answer, let us know here on the Hayley and Allyson Show. The command to give to your device is the word say. If you are Tom Hanks listening at home and you're watching it on an Echo show, you're currently typing away. Send us a memo. Or if you are listening on an audio-only Echo, go to backchannel.tv, type your answer in there. Or if you're watching on YouTube, you can just type your answer in the comments. We'll get it here as well. Tom Hanks has a collection of over 100 typewriters. Is that true or is it false?
Now, I know there was some celebrity that had a collection of over 100 typewriters. Oh, Tim has come in on YouTube. That's true. I think I saw a story on Tom Hanks about that. I'm with you, Tim, and thank you for joining us on YouTube. We really appreciate it. Yeah, Tim, I feel like that's right as well. I'm going with Tim. I'm so grateful you popped in, Tim, because I was feeling it was true. Tim and I are going true. We think it's true.
It is true. It's completely true. And I knew that as well, because I think I'd seen him being interviewed on one of our sort of panel shows over here. Not panel show, sorry, like a celebrity show. And he said that 100 typewriters, they're big. Where does he put them all?
I mean, he probably has a massive house, Hayley.
Yeah,
he
that's
probably
very
has
true.
the typewriter room. This is the thing. When he moved in with his partner, she was like, "I hate your typewriters," right? And they compromised, and now he has a typewriter room. No,
but he probably does. I'm just thinking of like in my house, I'd be like, I wouldn't know. I'd have to put them in the attic or something. But you're right. You're quite right. Tom Hanks probably has 2 million rooms in his house. But yeah, thank you for getting in touch there, Tim. You were completely correct. He does have a set of over 100 typewriters. It's time for my question, Ali.
All right. Tell me this. Oprah Winfrey has a bath that's shaped like her body. Is that true or is that false? She would have had to have several different types of baths throughout her life. Oprah Winfrey has a bath that's shaped like her body. Is that true or false?
I'm going to go false, but I'm going to wait and see if anyone knows the answer before I actually commit to it. My reasons for this is Oprah doesn't have time for baths. She's busy giving wise advice to people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She hasn't got time. She's busy telling people, like, you know, about positive affirmation. She's busy meditating.
Yeah.
You know, she's busy doing things. Tim says, I hope that's not true because it's strange. It is strange, isn't it?
It's weird. I know. I'm with you, Tim. I'm with you.
I do like a bath, but I wouldn't want it in my shape because you're right. Why would you put on weight? You don't fit in it.
You'd be
You've got
like,
to lose weight to take a bath.
I mean, is that your way of looking, right? Maybe she doesn't believe in scales. It's more just about the water density.
Do I fit in my bath?
If too much water goes over, I have had too many croissants. Yeah.
I'm going to go false because I just can't imagine Oprah doing something like that.
Okay. So you're going false. So false is your answer.
Yeah, I think me and Tim will go false.
Okay. Well, Tim and Hayley, it's true. Isn't that weird, Tim? It's true. She has a bath shaped like her body. Yeah, true. Oprah Winfrey has a bath shaped like her body.
Of all the celebrities, I would have had maybe like Lady Gaga down as doing that. Not Oprah Winfrey. I'm shocked, but there you go. Oprah, by the way, if we could try that out, let us know.
Yeah.
I'd love to have a bath. See what it's like.
I'd be like,
see
oh
if
my
your
God,
bath fits me.
I'm bigger or smaller than Oprah, you know, like it'd be interesting. Yeah. I would feel too much pressure having a bath designed around my body at any stage of my life. I've been a lot of different sizes.
Yeah,
and,
producer Will, I don't suppose we have a photo of Oprah's bath that's shaped like a body.
Oh,
If you could
wouldn't that
bring that
be
up, we would love to see it here. Is there any available?
I've got some news that I don't think you're gonna like.
Oh
What?
no.
It's less that it's like shaped to look like her body, and it's more that it's shaped to her body.
Well, that wasn't the question, was it, Will?
Well,
So-
Hayley, that's not my problem.
So
Oprah
it's
Winfrey
like,
has a bath that's shaped like her body, right?
But
And
it
what
kind of
makes it-
is. Like, it's shaped like her body in the sense that it's ergonomically designed to best
For her-
suit her
That
body.
wasn't the question. Have you
are
got
there
a picture
pictures?
of the bath?
We want a picture of the bath.
Okay, you're gonna have to give me a second though.
No problem.
Right.
Take your time, Will. We'll do
No,
another
you take
question.
your time, Will, because
Yeah.
I got that wrong, and I technically I'd never. If you're
Tim and
watching-
Hayley want to see the bath. See
Yes.
the bath. Yeah.
We are playing the true or false game here on the Hayley and Allyson show. The last question was Oprah Winfrey has a bath that's shaped like her body. I said false. Now Will has come back to us and said, well, actually, it was ergonomically shaped, so it's not actually in the shape. So it's a lot of technicalities on that question. So we're just going to the judges with that. But
Yeah.
we'll move on in the meantime. So Allyson, true or false? The longest place name on the planet is 85 letters long. Is that true or is that false? The longest place name on the planet is 85 letters long. True or false?
Okay, well, I'm not a big space person. So again, if there's any astronauts listening right now or any
Well, the longest place name, so it's the name of a place.
Okay, longest place
You want in the
name.
astronauts to read it from the sky.
Longest place name on the planet. I'm so sorry. I thought it was like the longest planet name. Whew, it's 5:36 a.m. where I am, everyone. The longest
Okay,
place.
Here we go. I'll read that question again for you.
Thank
If,
you.
like Allyson, it's very early where you are. The longest place name on the planet is 85 letters long. The longest place name is 85 letters long.
I'm
True or
trying to
false,
think
Sally?
the longest where a place like that would be. Do you know what? I feel like that could be true because maybe it's in another language. Maybe it is a word that, isn't that I have not heard of, but or I feel like it could be true. If anyone knows or if anyone's heard, please get in touch. I see we've had some more people join up with us. I feel like this might be a trickster question, but I feel like the longest place name on the planet is 85 letters long. What the heck? I'm going to go true. I think that's true, Hayley. I'm doing
Okay,
it. Nobody's
I can
written
tell
in.
you, Allyson,
That's fine. Yeah.
you can get this question correct if you pronounce the name of the place, because it is true. But for a bonus point, if you pronounce the name of the place, I'll give you an extra point.
I don't know the name of the place.
Okay, Will, is it possible to get the name of the place on the screen just so Allyson could have a go at
Oh,
pronouncing
sorry. Maybe
it?
look down. Let me look down and see.
Let me see.
Okay. I found it. Okay. Okay. So I said true. So I get a point for that. Okay.
You get a point for that. I'll give you a bonus point if you get it correctly. If you can pronounce it correctly.
Are you kidding me? This is like...
It's in New Zealand, and it is how many letters long? 85 letters long. Allyson, go for it.
Okay. Tam ta wakat angi hang aku awa o tem.
Okay, let's stop you there because we're already...
Teacher pick aka pia mangu horn o uk upakawao when uka tit an a tahau.
If there's any people from New Zealand listening and know if that's pronounced correctly, we apologise for that. Let us know how it is pronounced. Also, Allyson, a bonus point if you can spell that. I'm just joking. No, you were completely correct. It's in New Zealand. I thought it was going to say in Wales because in Wales they have a lot of long place names, and there's a train station in Wales that's ridiculously long, and it's something like Clanpow for Mindir Gelly go. It's ridiculous. Tim Rofus has said, can you get Shinda Arden on the phone because she probably knows.
She probably does.
Yeah, but we don't here on the Hayley and Allyson show. Producer Will, have you managed to find a picture of Oprah Winfrey's bath? Have you managed to do that? Let's have a look.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
So it looks like a normal bath, but I bet you the underparts are designed, like under the bubbles is designed to fit Oprah's. She looks like she's loving that bath, though. That does look like a nice bath.
It does. A lot of bubbles there, Oprah. She's gone overboard with the old bubbles there.
I like that you're judging her. That's too many bubbles. That is too much. That's like movie
do you know what? It's
bubble.
just made me need a bath. It's just made me need a bath. Anyway, thanks for that. Producer Will, that was Oprah Winfrey's bath. If you've just joined us, because that was a question earlier on in the show. You're like, why are they showing Oprah Winfrey's bath? Because Oprah Winfrey has a bath that's shaped like a body. We just learned in true or false. Allyson, do you have a question for me?
Mm-hmm.
As you're drinking water, like a ventriloquist, I'm going to make you say it.
Mm-hmm. No, I shouldn't be drinking water. I'm professional. Okay, true or false? Here we go. There is a McDonald's on every continent except one. There is a McDonald's on every continent except one. Is that true or is that false, Hayley?
It wouldn't surprise me because it wouldn't surprise me if they had them everywhere. Because whenever I've been on holiday, there's always, even in Egypt, we've had a McDonald's.
Yep.
Everywhere I've been, I think
Singapore, Dubai, McDonald's. Cambodia had a McDonald's. Yeah.
So I wonder which one doesn't. But there will be one that doesn't. Okay.
Oh, my throat just made a noise.
Did
my throat was like, I know the answer. Okay.
Tim says Antarctica. Good point. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go if that's true. Then I think Tim's right. Can we get one on Antarctica? Who knows?
Oh my goodness, that is true. It's true, and there's no McDonald's on Antarctica. Tim, you are great at this. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So there we go. Hayley, you got your first point, I believe.
Thank you, Tim. And, if you live in Antarctica, McDonald's, if you're listening, get one on there.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. Thank you, Tim. Amazing. Brilliant. I've got a point there. Allyson, it's back to you now. We're going to do one more question each. Here on Competitive True or False, featuring Tim today, who's doing very, very well.
Tim's killing at this, yeah.
Walmart sells more bananas than anything else. Walmart sells more bananas than anything else. Is that true, though, Allyson, or is it false?
Gosh, I mean, are people really banana lovers? Maybe they have the cheapest price on bananas. That's why people buy their bananas.
I don't think people are going shopping around for bananas, do they? Do they go, there's bananas in Whole Foods are 20 pence dearer. I'll have to go to I don't think people shop around for bananas.
No,
maybe mobile phones and cars, but.
And not everyone is a banana lover. Walmart sells more bananas than anything else. I mean, my initial instinct is to say false, but like this could be a true thing. I don't know, Tim, are you a banana lover? Do you go to Walmart to buy your bananas? Or, I mean,
Tim, if you could nip out to Walmart now and see if there's any left.
Do you
let
know,
us know.
interesting fact about bananas, while I kill time to see if anyone writes in to help me with a banana question. Interesting fact about bananas, they are actually nature's Red Bull. Okay, so if you eat a banana, 30 minutes later, all the potassium and everything in a banana gives you an energy surge as effective as a Red Bull. Just so you know.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought they were a sedative, bananas. I thought they made you tired.
No, I heard they give you energy.
Let us know. If you
Producer
are a
Will,
banana.
can you find out? Yeah, if you are a banana,
Let us know.
Nobody's
But
come in. Okay, so Walmart sells more bananas than anything else. I just have a hard time believing that. I'm going to say false. Look at if it's true, I'm going to really be shocked. I'm going to say false. I don't think Walmart sells more bananas than anything else. False.
it's true.
No way. Are you
Yeah, but
kidding me?
if you think about it, every time I go shopping, I always pick bananas up. Every time.
Do you really?
Yeah. I eat bananas. My daughter eats bananas. It's a staple of a fruit, isn't it? It's like, it's not
guess.
really a fruit because it's enjoyable.
Is that how you feel about bananas? You love a banana.
I do love a banana. But yeah, it's true. Not just because of me. I'm not buying them all. I didn't write this question, Allyson, but it's true.
See, now I'm a little jealous that you can enjoy bananas that much. A little while ago, a couple years ago, don't want to get too personal, everyone, but I had some blood work done, and apparently I was high in potassium. So the doctor told me I'm only allowed to eat one banana a week. Isn't that weird? A week.
A week.
One,
That is
maybe two
mad.
bananas a week. I know.
I think
Maybe.
blood test. I never thought you'd have to be blood tested for eating bananas. Like a lot of people are blood tested. Like, have you had anything?
I know they
You
were
know,
like, oh, you're really high
steroids.
potassium. I was
You've
like,
got high in steroids. You can't compete in the Olympics anymore. Allison's getting tested for how many bananas she's had.
cut down on
Yeah.
that potassium. Too many of nature's granola bars. You know, how much
Yeah.
energy do you need? Oh no, energy. Nature's Red Bull. My friend used to call them nature's granola bar as well because they came in their own packet.
Ah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
anyway,
there we
very
go.
interesting. Very interesting.
We'll do another question before we move on today. So, Allyson, have you got one for me? Final
do.
question.
I do. Final question of the day. Here we go. This is a chance so we can tie. Here we go, Hayley. There are 115 bridges over the Amazon River. There are 115 bridges over the Amazon River. Is that true or is that false?
Seems excessive, 115. Just one bridge would do it, wouldn't it?
The Amazon's pretty big, I think. I might be wrong. Don't trust me though. I didn't know facts about bananas.
No,
so
you don't know about bananas. I can't trust you. You testing too high on potassium. You probably that potassium. I can't even say it. It's probably helping you now in this quiz.
Tim, what do you think? Do you know something about
Yeah.
bridges? Come on, the Amazon River. Are there 115 bridges? True
If
or
you've crossed
false?
every single one of those bridges, let us know here on Backchannel. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your guess, or go to backchannel.tv on your phone. If you have crossed every single one of the bridges in the Amazon River and you're like, actually, I think you'll find it's 114. We want to hear from you. Let us know.
If you are on a bridge right now on the Amazon River, then let us know who your mobile provider is, your cell phone company, because that's incredible. You are able to get this wherever you are. 115 bridges over the Amazon River.
Okay.
True or false, Hayley? What do you think?
Okay, I'm not getting any help at the minute, so I'm going to say false. It's just a guess. That's how it works sometimes on true or false. I'm going to go false.
You're
What
going
are you
false.
saying? Yeah.
So you don't think. Okay. So
I think there's like 113. Oh, here we go. Tim has got in touch. Are there that many roads across the Amazon? He's saying false. Thank you, Tim. I'm saying false as well. Ali, what's the answer?
Boom. You both are right. It is false. Get this. There aren't any bridges over the Amazon River.
No, there you go.
There you go.
Thank you, Tim.
Really helped Hayley out. Yes. So, so far, I've won one this week. You've won one this week, and we have tied today. So, I mean, it's anyone's
Could
game
go
this
either
week.
way. Could go either
Tim,
way.
Tim, thank you so much for joining and playing with us. We really appreciate it, and you were really good. Please come back and play again, and help me instead next time.
He's a font of all knowledges, Tim. So thank you very much for taking part in that, Tim. You are our winner for today, Timothy. Let us know if you would like Allyson to sing you a song or leave it if you don't want it. Because it's not a prize for everyone. It's not a prize for everyone. or anyone, some people say. But there you go. We're going to move on now. Thank you for taking part in that game, Tim, and everyone else who's joined in the show so far. He said he's happy to help. Well, thank you, Tim. We appreciate your help here. But coming up next, listen, it's not just about us here on the Hayley and Allyson show on Backchannel, because we have shows here all day on Backchannel. And coming up after ourselves here is Liv Harrison with her show Live Every Day. She's here 8 till 10. I'm going to have a little chat with Will at Liv now, and just to see what's coming up in the show today. Hi, Liv.
Hi, good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Lovely to meet you virtually.
Lovely to meet you. Y'all look so fresh and awake. It's so early here in Texas, and it's like you're halfway done with the day. You got to tell us, who to vote for and what games to bet, and you're in the future. So
we are.
What time is it where you are, Liv? What time is it?
It is 6:48 in the morning.
Hey,
That's
I got you
the
beat,
wet
Liv.
hair.
I'm at 5:48 right now here in Canada.
Are you? You're in Canada? You're home for the holidays. That's right. Let me guess. Ontario?
No, good guess though. Good guess. I like that you know it. Alberta. Boom.
Okay.
That's exactly it. Yes. I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, home of the 88 Olympic Games.
I've been there. I went to the Calgary Stampede, and I did. I know.
Oh, Liv, don't get us started off on this, because
Here's
we hear
the thing,
about it
Liv.
every hour.
Nobody knows about the Stampede in the UK.
Girl, I know. Your Texas girl knows.
You bet you know, because Calgary is like the Dallas of Canada, everyone,
Listen,
right?
It was a blast. It was so fun. We actually got on the Rocky Mountaineer and took a train. I know, I'm going to really impress you. I'm all about Canada, actually. I am a super Canadian. I am French Canadian, so I don't know if that counts. So I am Cajun. But yeah, I've been through all over Canada except for Toronto. It's the only place I haven't been. I've been in Nova Scotia. I've been to Vancouver. But we took the train from Calgary to Vancouver, and the whole top was glass, you guys. Yeah. Completely glass. And then we got on a ship and went to Alaska.
Of course you did.
Liv, you have traveled. That's
incredible. We travel a lot. That's where we put our money. Now, if you come into our house, you'll be like, oh, does a fraternity live here? Is this where 25 boys who are 18, do they live here? And I'd be like, yeah, I could see where you see that.
And it's like a snow globe from every area where you've traveled. You're like, oh, look at this.
Ornaments. We do ornaments, Hayley. Yeah. So
magnets.
So Hayley, where are you? You're in England. So you are in the future.
I am in the future. Yeah. So here now it is 10 to 1 afternoon here in the UK. So I can tell you in the future, there's still a virus, unfortunately, still here. It's not gone.
You and I were sick at the same time, friend. I am still getting over it.
Yes. So you've had the virus as well. Are you still in isolation?
I got Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. I know.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm good. It was fine. It was like a little bit of a long cold that I sort of made longer just to get my partner to fuss around me a bit more. Like,
good.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yes. Get everybody to do all the things.
Yes. But it genuinely, it has exhausted me. Do you feel exhausted with this, the virus?
Yeah. I'm one of the medically bad people. Like, I have diabetes and I've had 13 surgeries and I'm just a hot mess. I've lost over 300 pounds. Like, my story is insane.
Oh, wow.
So for me, I was like, I don't need this virus. And it's still here. He just wants to hang out. Like,
yeah. It just doesn't go. It sort of lingers a bit like a unwelcome, like a relative at Christmas. You're just like, oh, can you go now? It's been too long. It's too long. But Liv, what's coming up in your show today? Tell us.
Wait, you guys, I've lost your sound. Oh, no.
It'll all come
back. Are we back?
It's happening in the future.
Oh, dear. We'll wait for Liv to come back there.
We can hear her, so this will be fun.
This is when I need an in-studio producer. But, it's illegal to ask your kids to work.
Coronavirus is taking over. They're like, I can't believe
I'm losing y'all.
Been here.
And I've got my handy dandy. Look, I'm so fancy. I have an earpiece, and I'm so fancy, and it does me no good.
I want that earpiece.
Oh no.
Oh, look at that. Okay, so Liv can't hear us, so we're all just talking over one another.
But this is my one international moment.
No.
Here we go. Just sent Liv a message saying
I can tell you what's happening on the show. Will is so good. Will is writing to me. Thank you, Will. Yo, what would we do without him? What would we do without Will? I've got Anna. I mean, they just can't go anywhere. They can't get sick.
They can't.
I'm like, Will, nothing can happen to you.
No,
you can't go on those imaginary bridges across the Amazon. So listen, here's what's happening today. Yeah, here's what's so great. Because I'm a solo act. See, I'm such a diva. I couldn't share the stage for 3 seconds. I'm like, oh, let's get the other two off. I have got a technical problem. If only you knew how little of a diva I am. But yeah, today on the show, you guys, here's what we're going to do. We're going to be doing a lot of fun, kind of crazy stuff. Today's one of my favorite days. It's called What the What Wednesday on my show, where Anna and I kind of go through all the things on the planet that we're like, wait, what? So it's all this weird, kooky, crazy, what the what? Like, I think Will was with me one of my What the What Wednesdays. I don't know if he let you ladies know, but I did the Christmas crackers, where you do the prizes. I still have the pile right here. And he was like, I've never seen anyone get this excited about a Christmas cracker. I lost my ever living mind. Every single cracker, I was like, you guys, this is like, and he was like, it's a paper clip. Like, what do you like?
You can win a shoehorn. Like, you can win all sorts on crackers.
Sorry, I still can't hear y'all, but you're really beautiful. And I think we would really be great friends. And
if you've just joined us, by the way,
keep talking to me. Y'all can just say horrible things about me and I'll do this. I'll be so American.
Well, Liv, producer Will, Liv, she can't hear us, but if you could let her know, producer Will's letting her know that. Thanks, Liv. We'll hopefully see you
Bye,
soon.
y'all.
Take care.
Bye, y'all.
I've got a few technical problems there, but the lovely Liv, she is coming up next with her What the What section. She is here till 8 till 10 today on Backchannel, so stick around. What a delight she is.
She knew so much about where I'm from. That makes me really excited. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I'd heard it all before from you, but there we go. But yeah, Liv, she's got a wonderful show coming up. Lovely to meet her, so stick around for the Liv Harrison show. She is here 8 till 10 today with her wonderful earrings. And then the show's here all day on Backchannel. So after Liv, we've got the Anthony Davis show. He's here 12 till 2. And at 2 till 4, Hal Rudnick is here with your pal Hal. So stick around. We've got shows here all day on Backchannel. The Backchannel is the only place to listen, watch, and interact with us, your hosts, via your device. And that's it. It's the end of the Hayley and Allyson show for today. But fear not, we are back tomorrow. We are here Monday to Friday, 6 till 8 a.m. So do join us. And thank you if you've took part in today's show. We appreciate it. We hope you all have lovely days. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.